Hey, how are you? In this video, I'm going to talk about the current state of the insurance market. This is a very common question, as some of you have seen State Farm, Geico, Safeco, all these big insurance carriers are pulling out of California and other states because they are not profitable and they're losing money left and right. They are bleeding financially. So it is a very good question, and I will try to answer it to the best of my abilities. First question, how is the insurance market right now? The insurance market right now is really hurting. Insurance companies do not have the proper rates to cover the expenses and claims that are being paid out. So simply, these companies like State Farm, Geico, Safeco, and many other big companies are putting stops to new business. They're deciding we are no longer writing in states specifically like California, because they do not want any more premiums being paid or locked in for another year that are inequivalent or not equivalent to the amount of claims that are being paid out. Basically, they're not collecting enough premium for the amount of claims that they are having to pay out because of inflation and the costs of all goods, and the departments of insurance not allowing them to raise rates. They need to be approved by the Department of Insurance, which is a state department. And that is why you are seeing these carriers all putting a halt and shutting their doors on new business. So it is a very difficult time to sell insurance, very difficult time to get insurance as a customer, and it is a very difficult time to be an insurance carrier because you're probably losing a lot of money. Next question. What are the current issues in the insurance industry? There are many issues in the insurance industry. I just talked about a couple, but mainly the financial losses. The insurance carriers are losing money. They are not bringing in enough money, and it's causing overall just service backups. They are cutting corners wherever they can to try to reduce costs because they're not collecting enough money. So overall, the whole industry is just hurting. Agents aren't able to sell the right policies. Customers can't get the right policies. You can barely get car insurance right now or home insurance here in California because everyone has shut their doors. So all around the board, costs of insurance are going up, so consumers are really getting hit. I've just talked to my dad the other day. He told me his home insurance went 3 times the price it was a year or two ago. And it's just really difficult for everyone across the board. Don't go yell at your insurance agent or broker because they're probably doing the best that they could possibly do for you too. It is just a whole complete pain for the whole market and industry right now, especially insurance companies who are bleeding financially. So everybody is hurting right now, and we will continue to see it get worse probably into 2024, and maybe in 2025 we'll see things kind of come back to normal. But inflation is really hurting the whole industry. Is the insurance market growing? The question to the insurance market growing is yes. As the country and the population continues to develop and grow with new businesses, more homes being built, more cars on the road being manufactured and whatnot, the insurance market will continue to grow as well. Insurance literally goes with assets. So as long as assets are continuing to grow, right now we haven't seen a complete halt on the economy. If the economy goes down, you will probably see the insurance market stop growing as well. So right now, considering the economy is still kind of growing, there's still goods and stuff being imported in, stuff being built, cars being delivered, homes being stuff being made. That means that the insurance market continues to grow. So insurance is pretty much in line with the economy. As long as the economy is growing, the insurance market is growing. Is insurance going up with inflation? The answer to that is yes. Insurance is definitely going up with inflation. Insurance carriers' costs for replacing stuff, insurance literally just protects stuff when stuff goes wrong. So your house burns down, they need to rebuild your home. If your car crashes, you need to get a new car. if those costs of those things are going up, obviously the cost for the insurance company is going up to replace them. So the rates that they have to collect from consumers to make sure that their pool of money is sufficient to pay out all those things is going to go up. So yes, insurance rates are going to go up. During COVID, there was a small period of about 2 years that they did not raise rates because they were trying to help everybody, and also people weren't driving and there wasn't as much activity. But now they're all playing catch up. Be ready, guys, because rates are going to shoot through the roof more than you've ever seen in your whole life. So insurance rates are going to fly very, very soon. The next question, what's the hardest insurance to sell right now? Personally, in my experience here in my office, we're seeing that the hardest insurance to sell is auto insurance. Auto insurance had the biggest impact on rate reduction and rate basically being completely stopped by the Department of Insurance. So all these carriers are trying to catch up on the last 2 years during COVID, trying to make up for the premium that they have been neglected of for the last couple years. And so they're really putting tight restrictions on auto insurance. It is very hard to sell auto insurance as an agent right now. As a consumer, it's also very difficult to get auto insurance. So that's tough. And also, especially here in California, there's been a lot of rain. So we've got a lot of vegetation, which is probably going to dry up with all the heat. And there's probably going to be a lot of fires. We're praying that it's not that bad. But those fires will lead to a lot of home insurance claims in fire zones. So it's becoming harder to sell home insurance as well. Hopefully that answers that question. What is the best insurance to sell right now? Right now, what we're seeing, and also just based on insurance companies, underwriting, they are telling us that the best policies that they want are commercial insurance and life insurance. Life insurance hasn't really moved or hasn't been impacted as much with the economy and the situation with COVID in the last couple years. But most other insurance policies have. Commercial insurance is still looking pretty open right now. So insurance agents, if you're very personal lines focused like auto insurance, home insurance, I highly recommend touching up and brushing up on the commercial stuff, because that is stuff that is still going through pretty smoothly through underwriting and is still eligible to sell right now. So highly recommend looking into selling more commercial insurance, and definitely try to sell some life insurance to boost your income. What is the biggest threat to insurance industry right now? The biggest threat is probably the lack of premium that these insurance companies are receiving. They are bleeding money. So the biggest threat is that they go bankrupt. They're losing potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in insurance claims that they're paying out. So there's a big threat that some of these companies financially cannot withstand what's happening and they go completely bankrupt. We hope it doesn't happen, but it is a big threat to the insurance industry right now. What is the future of the insurance industry? The future, what I'm starting to see is that a lot of these insurance companies are becoming more tech friendly. So I truly believe that there is going to be some implementation of artificial intelligence that's going to improve and increase the efficiency and overall accuracy of underwriting when it comes to calculating a risk. That is what insurance companies do, is they basically underwrite and evaluate a risk, and they take in a certain amount of premium that they're willing to take because of they know it's a formula or calculation on this type of risk. Artificial intelligence is becoming better and better every single day, and we're starting to see it with like ChatGPT. It's amazing what that can do and what the knowledge that already has. Just imagine in 5 years when ChatGPT or artificial intelligence is able to analyze each consumer at such a level where they're able to calculate the exact risk of what the company should be willing to take on in premium. So I definitely think it's going to improve the underwriting. I definitely think it's going to help with overall sales, like insurance agencies and brokers are going to have more tools to utilize and are going to probably if they use them correctly, are going to really, really take off to the next levels, especially with tools such as automation and different drip campaigns and social media marketing and retargeting. Those are really, really powerful things to kind of build out where you can use technology to 10x yourself. You don't always need to be there. I highly recommend checking out Tudo Solutions. Boom! Tudo Solutions is the system that we use for our automation and campaigns that we're using to our advantage right now. And if you're not using this, you will be left behind by agents like me and other agents out there that are by far, I know without a doubt they are using these tools to get ahead and reach more people and just crush the game. So definitely recommend looking into some of those things. Use AI, have ChatGPT open for your team. It really helps even formulate emails and just answer quick questions that are, easy to answer if you know them, but not everybody has the knowledge. So use ChatGPT, use Tudo Solutions, boom, and use them to your advantage. Is the insurance industry stable? To answer that question is, a lot of people say that the insurance industry is recession proof. And quite honestly, it is very, very stable. It is not completely recession proof. As you can see, insurance really kind of goes with the economy. If the economy is growing and there's more houses being built and there's real estate being sold, we have more homes to insure. If there's more cars being manufactured and being sold, we have more cars to insure. If there's more businesses popping up, we have more general liability and workers' comp and different policies to sell. So as long as the economy is stimulating and growing, insurance industry will grow. But if the economy goes down, the insurance industry and commissions and brokers' policies will also go down. So it is a very stable business because everybody needs it. As long as you have car insurance, you need to have insurance. If you have a home, you should most likely insure it. You don't need to have home insurance, and if you have a business, you should definitely insure your business as well. So for the most part, as long as those things are still there, it is pretty stable. It is not fully recession proof, but it is very, very stable. Do insurance companies do better during a recession? The answer to that is no. As I've answered previously, the economy dictates a lot of the way that the insurance companies do. They have less to insure if there's a recession because people are tightening up. They're not buying a boat. They're not buying a new car. They're not buying a new house. So there's less to insure. So simply put, if there's a recession and the economy goes down, insurance policies will also go down. Insurance brokers and agencies and carriers will also go down. Is insurance a competitive market? To answer that question is yes. There's a lot of insurance agents out there. Is it as competitive as real estate? Probably not. I don't know how many other insurance agents around my age in their mid to late 20s are out there starting insurance agencies. But you see, there's a bunch of real estate agents out there. So if you want a business that everybody first of all needs, it's a very social business where it relies on a lot of relationships for referrals or just getting a deal. Insurance is a great business. It is still competitive enough where you're out there, you're fighting for these deals. Like, we're not getting handed all these big deals all day. I definitely have fought for every deal that has come into this business, but it is, fairly less competitive than for real estate, for example. Everybody jumps into that because it's flashy and glamorous. Insurance is not as glamorous. It's a little bit of a slower business. It takes a longer time to build up, but after you do it right, you can really, really reap the benefits after my take is about 3 to 5 years is when you start to see kind of things pick up and the income really start to shoot up. So that's what I got. Hopefully that does help you on the current state of the insurance market. Those are kind of the most common questions, and I hope you got some value from it. If you did, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. It helps me reach more insurance agents out there who are asking these questions and want to know these questions. And the more we can give back knowledge-wise to the industry, I believe, the more we will all benefit from it one day. So that's all I got. Follow me on Instagram, Chris the Insurance Guy, and also chriscostantini.com. If you want to book a consulting call directly with me, I offer those. And that's all I got. I will see you guys at the top. See you soon. Peace.